Okay, Islam Dwayne Bathil Bay. It is June the 12th, 2019. Islam. Um, I want to give testimony according to Revelation chapter 12, verse 10, 11, and 12. One of the things I noticed, Dwayne Bathil Bay, in reference to the unclean species, the disgraceful unclean species of the African American black Negro, or Mexican, pale skin, or this is a species of filth. They will now, a lot of times, not now, but I have noticed they did this before, like telepathically speak and then send messages, like trying to gain compassion. And then if they don't, if they're sending messages of compassion, this is in their jurisdiction. That they I'm not in their jurisdiction through thoughts, but to try to connect me in engagement form through jurisdiction, they do this. Send messages like forgive us, and then if I ignore, they'll start attacking the genitals. Start sending telepathic messages to rape and molest, saying we're going to take it. Or they'll put, or a pale skin may imply to send a sharp pain to my chest, to my heart, and then a black Negro will make a noise or speak about I got her, and then the pale skin will stop, okay, implying, or the pain will stop. So these are the things that these unclean experiments do as rituals. The same thing with this so-called those that looked, not, these are unclean spirits that look to be Spanish or Mexican. They do the exact same thing, or from El Salvador or from South America. These are unclean spirits, and most of them with how they're connected is they seem to have conflict with nationality or being in the constitutional fold, upholding divine laws of freedom. So these are rituals. These are demonic, filthy rituals. Either they'll threaten or say someone is going to rape somebody, molest somebody, and then, or they'll start sending sharp pains, and then so the black Negro female or males will say, or a pale, or it could be, like if they're trying to do a ritual with a country, seem like racist pale skin male or female, she or he, like those that they look like entities on TV, because there's a lot of experiments on TV. We don't watch TV, but that there are, and or AI or unnatural beings on TV. So either one of them will imply to be racist. They might say the word nigger, and all of a sudden a black Negro or African American male or female might say I got her, and as they say nigger, I'm feeling a sharp pain around my chest here, or my genitals might be attacked spiritually. And then a female, black Negro female or African American might say I got her, and then it'll stop. These are demonic rituals. So what they're trying to do is amalgamate. Okay, so if they can amalgamate, get you afraid of the pain of or instill fear, they'll feel more comfortable when they try to possess your mind. All right, and then in possessing your mind, they can breed. They'll breed their filthy, unclean spirit with your divine line, and you have one of nasty, filthy, disgraceful kids that keeps the spiritual, that keeps the frequency of the earth and the universe low. And this is in reference to unclean spirits. So and not only that, because they hoping to breed physically if they want to have a kid. So if they are unclean, not a lot of them, probably 98% of them are disease, herpes. Like, if someone to me has herpes, I would stay away from them. But with them, because so many of them are diseased with many diseases, they will come. That's a signal for them to engage more. Okay, that's sickening, but it's true. HIV, gonorrhea, syphilis. So these are different diseases that I know that it is presented on the TV, where there are many unnatural entities that are presented on TV, like robots on TV. But these are diseases that are presented on TV as something that just came out of nowhere. But I know spiritually that they have a spiritual base, and they are used and to be spread in the population purposely. Islam. There's no doubt in my mind about that. So that's dealing with the Negro, Black, African American, the pale skin, and which call themselves white American, and that which speak Spanish. A lot of them seem to be from Mexico, or they could be from El Salvador or other parts of South America, but they speak Spanish, and that their connection is that conflict with nationality. Okay, nationality. Pale skin is not a nationality. White American is not a nationality. Black, Negro, African American is not a nationality. And too many of the Spanish, maybe even if they do have a nationality, have they been naturalized under the divine laws of freedom? Have they been naturalized under Abraham Lincoln's proclamations, 13th Amendment with 20 sections, to uphold the Constitution of 1787, all aspects of that Constitution? That's the question. And not saying everyone that has are demonstrating a righteous mind to not cause harm through thoughts, words, and deeds. But that is a huge step of encouragement in a jurisdiction compared to the other jurisdiction where you know is full of unclean filthiness. And some statistics, the United States rate 35, Dwayne Byfield Bay. As your wife, I'm saying this, 35 in physical health. 35. So all the states are in red. So that shows how much they truly care. That filth, that unclean spirit that's controlling them, really care about the inhabitants of this landmass. Most of the people, too many people up here in Annapolis, Maryland, are overweight. They smoking cigarettes. They drinking alcohol. A lot of them. Okay, so and it's like they or alcoholics possibly. I don't know. Okay, but I'm just saying they're demonstrating behavior that is imbalanced. That's the word I'm trying to use. And so, in reference to the United States military, when my son Abbas Malik Bey was here, and in reference to spirituality, and being attacked spiritually, when he was attacked, Imani Gray-Bey experienced this watching him be attacked, and we heard people outside in the room laughing as he was being attacked spiritually, which his joints being locked up, his mind. He's only 19 years old at the time. Now he's 20 years old. I heard them laughing. I heard how they would say brother. Military is connected to the United States military. First, I didn't want to say United States military, but because I've seen odd behavior, and very odd, where I would be like, this cannot be a soldier in the United States military. Those from that imply to be connected to the Navy, the Army, or the branches of the United States military. Then when I hear them say military outside and around American extended stay for no reason, then I'm definitely connecting the dots to military, the Navy, the Army. Sometimes I hear them say sue, how they want to sue somebody, come into my place of work and outside and around the room. So I think that's odd as well. So when I think of lawsuit, I think of those who do things spiritually, and they have already did their homework on what kind of inheritance a natural being, a Moorish American, may have. And if they cannot, if they have, because they use the science, if they have used the science of telepathy to put masses in some form of dis-ease financially, or physical health, mental health, whatever it may be, that help them encourage bondage, if that doesn't seem to work, then they probably have done research on different forms of inheritance that a natural being, a Moorish American, may have. And so they'll start attacking spiritually. And if you're not able to control or balance yourself mentally, and you demonstrate a form of anger that can lead to a lawsuit on the physical plane, then that's exactly what they are referring to. That's what they're hoping to happen, because they've already done their research. They already know what you might have coming to you. And this is dealing with birthrights and inheritance. So that's what they're trying to steal, just like they're planning thoughts, or have planted thoughts, in order to cause dis-ease financially, make wrong financial decisions, plant thoughts to encourage you to be a consumer and not a somebody who saves money or save things. Plant thoughts to cause you to do things that are harmful to others, or think wrong, or just mental illness, which all this is connected to the frequency of yourself and to the earth and the universe. So getting back to lawsuits, so spiritually, with this telepathic code, many of them, because the TV is a satellite, these unclean spirits, they have done their homework, and they know what financial inheritance natural beings are supposed to get. And so they start plotting different ways to get and control that inheritance somehow. Your mind is an inheritance. If you come from a line that has rights, that understand the importance of the Constitution, but somehow or another, like for instance, we as Moorish Americans lost our nationality in 1774. Now many of us are returning back to our true selves. Jurisdiction is spiritual and physical. So maybe somehow in your line you have strayed and you're coming back. These unclean spirits study, and they know. So they know what they're trying to stop. They know what they're trying to breed in your line. They know these unclean spirits that they're breeding in our line, or have bred in, not our line, in the lines, are very unclean and filthy. And they know that their unclean, filthy spirits travel. Okay? So, moving forward in thoughts, I was thinking about so many things in the past that I didn't connect because I was sleeping. I didn't know I was among unclean spirits. When my son Arrington-Bey was having pains in his chest, and the doctors couldn't tell me what was going on. One doctor just said stop. And when he was about, maybe, I don't know, approximately maybe 11 or 12, I'm still not, I can't remember exactly when. Maybe 11 or 12, one doctor just said stop arguing with your parents. And I didn't know we were among unclean spirits that deliberately send pain to your joints, to your mind. The rise of teenage pregnancies all over the United States. The HIV virus being spread rapidly in the 80s and the 90s. Supposedly it has slowed down. Herpes. Sexual transmitted diseases, that's when I mean herpes, or syphilis, gonorrhea, crime, rape, murder. All these are plots that unclean spirits have done, and they know that because they have released these experiments in the population to do so. And they'll get on TV if it's a crime that they want to say a race act, a racist crime. The black Negro that's filthy in spirit with its counterpart, that unclean, filthy, pale skin, that's filthy in spirit, these are unclean spirits, will get on TV and go back and forth in lawsuits, play it all out. They'll march the whole nine, when they know that either they were involved, they know either somebody was sacrificed, the kid or the woman or a male was sacrificed, or was brutally abused physically. Islam. So I'm gonna end this video, Dwayne Arrington-Bey, with I am your wife. I'm standing on truth, and I'm giving testimony. It according to Revelation chapter 12, verse 11 and 12. It says, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God and the power of our Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which caused them before our day, which accused them before our God day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto the death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." Islam. Sometimes, Dwayne Byfield Bey, I experience unclean spirits when they engage. My hand can jerk, my joints jerk a little bit, or I might my thoughts. I could tell when one of them is invading my thoughts, and they want and they might try to say help, or like one of them might yell help on the physical plane, and then plant a thought that I've already had. I've already had the original thought, okay? But they want to engage as though they're trying to help, and also amalgamate. Use this system of telepathy to try to amalgamate natural beings with these unclean, filthy, disgraceful experiments. So what I've done is I encourage your mind to do too, is just learn our minds and listen to your podcast, which makes a lot of sense. And I could shine my light and do other techniques to help my body stay free from, but I'm already doing it just by learning what they can do. And I know, just by me knowing that it's one of them invading, because 20 years ago I didn't know. When my dreams were invaded, I didn't know. When I would see Jerry Springer, see those kids fighting on TV, and see the inhabitants, the so-called citizens of this country, behaving like animals on TV, on Jerry Springer or other talk shows, I didn't know. I didn't know that they were possibly spiritually possessed or something else, or just an experiment, just helping create viewers, excitement, because we didn't know. Keep us comatose in a state of chaos, and don't even realize that we too can play out what we see on TV, because all that's going in our psyche. So right now, we are studying ourselves, and truth is our key. Truth is our protection. Truth, love truth. I like to connect that to Muhammad. Love Jesus, peace, Buddha, Confucius, freedom and justice in this day, time, and age. Prophet Noble Ali. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. These are the attributes I try to dwell on in a frequency, and I try to balance the frequency, because I'm seeing a protection. So as I give testimony, I'm not feeling angry. I'm not angry at all. I'm just giving testimony because I know we are in a spiritual war, or I should say we are among a spiritual war. I don't want to say in, because the reason why I don't want to say in a spiritual war, because time there was when man was not. And I know that Allah is using these unclean spirits, like according to Exodus, Allah used Pharaoh to harden Pharaoh's heart before, because Allah had planned to kill Pharaoh. But the Israelites had to return back to their true selves to understand what belief and faith and fruition is. So right now, I am focusing with Imani Gray-Bey, Iran Arrington-Bey as your wife, Dwayne Byfield Bey, focusing on returning back to my true self and having fruition in these attributes, the 99 attributes of Allah within me, and the connection of the frequencies, that high frequency of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and the prophets, or those spirits of Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, and the spirit and teachings of Prophet Noble Ali. I'm trying to understand how it connects to me in this day and time. and my son Imani Great-Bey. That's where I'm at right now. So I'm not angry when I give testimony. Even when they start sending pains to my uterus, I don't get angry no more. They try to, they send pains to my, not pain, they start manipulating my genitals or my dreams. I just learn different ways to overcome it and protect myself, and I encourage Imani to do the exact same thing, because it's been prophesied that they are being exterminated. So if Allah is using them to get us back to where we need to be, why should I be angry? They're already in the process of self-annihilation. They're being exterminated for the last time. We just supposed to take these experiences and strengthen ourselves as Moorish Americans, Hebrew Muslims, natural beings, Islam. Okay, those are my thoughts. Excuse how I look. I'm doing Earth Sky and I'm studying, so I'm tired. I'm going to email it to you. It is June the 12th, 2019. As your wife, Islam.